Hello and welcome to a new colouring tutorial. Today I'm going to be doing the wooden doors here in this beautiful picture from the Zemlja Snova book by Tomislav Tomic. Now I'm actually following a tutorial myself from this book called 101 Textures in Colored Pencil, and I'm going to follow this aged wood tutorial. So this is what the finished look looks like. It's partially brown wood and then there's some worn bits of wood here. Now I'm gonna kind of like mix that up a little bit more. It's not going to be kind of half and half like this. So the colours I'm going to use, which are suggested in the book, is the 70% French grey, the 30% French grey, the dark umber, the mineral orange and the Tuscan red, and they're Prismacolor pencils. Now it's probably not going to turn out exactly the same because this door has got lots of black lines on it, whereas this tutorial is starting out from a blank piece of paper with no black lines. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try my best to cover up some of the black lines and use those as the darker lines in the tutorial. So step one is this one here. So we're adding some of the mineral orange in patches like this. We're colouring in the knots in the mineral orange and we're making some streaky marks as well. So we have to start off by using this to plan out exactly where we're going to put the newer wood, where the knots are going to be, and adding some streaks to the older wood. So we'll colour the knots in like this. And I'm just going to kind of do this randomly. Okay, so next we have to use the 30% French grey, colour in the other parts that I've missed out. So these will be the old worn patches of wood, and it says slightly overlap some of the orange as well. By the way, while I'm just colouring this in, I just want to mention, if there's anybody out there who's interested in like kind of makeup and lifestyle, my niece has started a channel, so I'm just giving her a bit of a shout out. If anybody wants to go and have a look, I'll leave a link in my description of the video underneath. She's 16, she's just left school. She's going to do beauty and makeup at college. She's starting in September. And she's just literally been on one of those courses for applying, like, you know, the really heavy kind of glam makeup, and she's done really well. It's really, really good, the results. So yeah, I just thought I'd give her channel a little bit of a shout out. So she, like I said, she's called Anna, she's 16, and she's going to be doing lots of makeup, lifestyle kind of videos. She's got one video on so far where she let my mum, who's like her nana, do her makeup. So it's like my 70-year-old nan does my makeup. So she's going to have one of those kind of channels. So I'm just, you know, trying to help her out, getting her a few subscribers to start off with. I mean, I know it won't be for everybody, but if anybody is interested in that kind of thing, I'll leave a link below. Her channel's called MissAnna R, so it's MissAnna is one word, then a space, then R, which is only like really new, so I don't know if she'll come up in the search results yet. So okay, so the next step is this step here. We have to use the 70% French grey in the old wood parts, and we have to create long, uneven, jagged lines in the direction of the wood grain inside the old wood, and then do the same with the Tuscan red in the newer wood areas. So we'll start with the 70% French grey, and I'm just going to kind of go over the lines that's already there and use those lines. It's going to be a little bit tricky because they're so tiny, but I suppose it'll take quite a bit of patience to do this. Okay, so now it says that we've got to smooth it out with a colourless blender. Okay, it's a little bit patchy. I think I quite like it. I haven't finished yet. I need to add darker lines with the dark umber pencil. Maybe I should have made the patches larger, but anyhow, it might look nice when it's finished. It says, with a very sharp dark umber and heavy pressure, create large cracks and the nail holes throughout. So basically I'm just going to be going over the lines of some of the lines with the dark umber. And kind of creating, I'm just going to kind of draw in larger cracks like this. Yeah, I think that's starting to look a lot nicer now. It looks like there's real deep cracks in there. Yeah, I think that's starting to look a lot nicer now. It's still looking a little stripy, but can't be helped. It's because of the lines that the artists put down. I still think it's going to be lovely. It won't be. It's not going to be like what it's like in that book, but I still think it's going to be nice. Okay, when I finish this, I'm going to show how I did these blades of grass here, because I've been asked by Sue in the comments if I could also show how I did the blades of grass. So yeah, that's no problem. I'll do that when I've finished this I'll just keep it in the same video. So I'm just now going to blend out some of those like really dark cracks that I've made. I'm just adding a little bit more of the dark umber just to blend some of them out a little bit because they look a little bit harsh. It says go back in with the Tuscan red and add some more lines in the newer wood parts. But I think it might be a little bit too red. I'm going to add a little bit more of the orange because I don't think I've got enough of that orange in there. Yeah, I think this orange is kind of finishing it off nicely if I just kind of go over with a layer of that. I think that's looking better. Just doing a very light layer. And I'll leave some grey bits popping out. Okay, so that's the door. I think I'm quite pleased with that, and I'm glad I followed that tutorial. So thanks again, Pauline, if you're watching, for recommending this brilliant book. Now I'll just move on to the grass. yeah, for the grass I think I used these three colours. I used green, kelp green, dark green and cobalt turquoise. I haven't quite finished the grass because I want to make it darker in parts, the bottom parts here, but I could not find a dark enough green. Okay, so what I did was for each blade of grass, just for example, I'll do this blade of grass here. I want to leave it like a highlighted part, so what I would do is, using this cobalt turquoise, I was just kind of putting it very lightly where the highlighted part was, but not completely covering it, leaving some white parts as well, and then just putting random bits of this all over the rest of the blade of grass, just like that. And then I would take the green kelp and I was sort of adding some of that as well, just very, very lightly and just kind of randomly. There was no kind of system to it really. And then the reason I only add it really, really lightly to start with is because I'm going to now go over that with a blender pencil. It really brings out that cobalt blue. It fetches out really bright when you go over it with the blender pencil like that. And then I would just blend the whole thing, and it's just kind of those two colours. For the first layer, and then I would add some more of that, some more of the kelp green to add shading. I don't think it was the kelp green. Oh. I'll just try this one, this Kelly green, see if it was this one. No, I think it was, yeah, I'm sure it was the kelp green. I'll add a little bit of shading with that, but just like leave kind of little blue highlights here and there. And then with the dark green, I would add the darkest shadows. So kind of like on this little bit here, I'm doing it at the bottom and underneath. So it's like just adding some shaded areas. Kind of in that middle strip into the edge. And then just making it a lot darker down at the bottom with this dark green. Yeah, that's basically what I was doing with the grass. And like I say, I want to make it even darker down at the roots of the grass, but I'm really struggling to find a Prismacolor dark enough, a dark green. I might use a bit of indigo actually. I'll try a little bit of indigo blue because I really want to get that darker at the bottom. But it's just because the Prismacolors are so slidey, it's kind of not taken any more pencil. So I think I'll probably just have to leave it like that. We'll go back to this one. Okay, so I hope that's explained the grass as well. Okay, so the next video on this will be the speed paint of it just all being completed and finished. I don't think there's anything else that I can like make a tutorial out of. I think I've more or less covered everything. So I don't know whether I should actually even go ahead with the real-time video now, because I've made like 3 small real-time tutorials. Unless I get, you know, quite a few people requesting that they definitely want the real-time video, it probably won't be worth my time if, you know, I think I've more or less covered it in real time now. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and as soon as I've got it finished, I'll put the speed colouring video on.